Hey there. So today I just wanted to talk about keys and how to carry them. Right now I'm carrying them with this system, and I've tried pretty much all these options. So the most traditional way to carry keys is in your pocket, probably just loose like this, and then you have a key ring on it or something, and you either put it on your pocket when you're walking to said place, and then once you're at said place, you can leave them. Like if you go to work or something, then you set them in your drawer. So that's one way of dealing with keys. I'm at college right now, so I want to have them permanently attached to me at all times, so I can't lose them if they're tethered to me. And I only exit and enter the apartment only about once a day. So that's even if someone's already not home and the door is unlocked. So sometimes I don't even need my key. So it doesn't matter to me that they're so easily accessible throughout the day. Like if I was some sort of maintenance guy and I needed keys to open doors hundreds of times a day, I would think of something else. But so what I kind of tried first, or what I had for a while, was this thing, and this is just a key ring. I put a key ring on this so I could take my keys on and off, but this was in my pocket for many years. I think middle school a bit, into high school, and then it changed. I changed to something else, but I had this with me, and it was just really convenient to grab it and pull the key out when I needed it. I did a semester abroad in Europe, so I rode my bike to class in the morning, locked it, and then it's kind of custom over there to go home for lunch if you can. So I would go out to my bike again, unlock it, I would yank this right out of my pocket, unlock my bike, put it back, go home, eat, come back, lock it again. At the end of the day, go back to my bike again, unlock it, and go back home for the night. So I'd use the key a lot. So it was really convenient having it in my pocket with this, which I can just yank and it comes right out. Because this has a knot on the end, it kind of keeps the string together, so it's less likely to snag on stuff. Like if it was one of those necklace lanyards, they're like a loop and they're like constantly open, and I've seen keys snagged up on things because they have a huge lanyard on them. So I knew I didn't like that aspect of this, because I knew there was a potential to lose it that way, and maybe I wouldn't feel it, maybe I would. So it was tricky. So I moved on from that. This is another neat option. I tried this for a little bit, but it didn't work well for me, because there's difficulty to take this in and out of my pocket. This would work well with jeans, but khakis, how they have the slant diagonal cut pocket, this wouldn't really work because the keys may just end up falling out of the pocket, and then so does this thing. Rather, jeans that have the pocket that's perpendicular to the ground mostly, this should stay in your pocket. So that's a neat option. This one I made out of just a piece of metal. I heated it up, bent it over, and threw it back in, and heated it up again, and dipped it in some water, and so now it has that shape. So this was a cool project that I did, and I use this now more for knives instead. Like I'll put a knife on this, one that doesn't have a pocket clip. So that didn't work out too well with my keys because it was kind of hard to grab this and pull it out, because also you were kind of squeezing on it so that you could get traction, and then you're just squeezing it onto the cloth, making it harder to pull out, and then you'd be pulling harder and squeezing it. So this didn't work well for me. There's another option of the lanyard is I've seen, or has have people suggested where you put this through your belt loop, and then you have it tethered to your person, and you can just put it in your pocket, and you can still grab it and unlock the door and put it back in your pocket without it, like essentially leaving your person. It's always there. I tried that too, but it just didn't work well, dealing with the extra cord and stuffing it back in, and it was kind of a pain in the butt to loop it through the belt loop every morning. That took a little time. So I didn't really like that option either with a lanyard like this or something similar to that. So I tried this one as well. This one I thought would be pretty easy. Carabiner right through the pocket and a keyring into the back pocket, but for some, where all jeans and pants don't have the same distance from the belt loop to the back pocket, because that's how I would carry it, back right side belt loop into the back right pocket. So it was tricky, to have this clipped in your pocket, and then sometimes it wouldn't reach to the pocket or wouldn't work well with the right angle to get it into the back pocket. So this didn't work too well. It wasn't. It just felt kind of this felt kind of big and bulky on my pants, and I didn't like it as much because it's a pretty flat surface. From here to here, it's pretty flat. So it kind of was a little awkward at times. So I didn't really like that either. This, I wouldn't mind. I would mind reaching in my pocket, taking these keys out and scratching them, and so I didn't like this either. This option of carrying. I mean, it may be right for you, but not for me. And sometimes, as like opposed to this, I've seen people with like a dog collar leash snap thing, spring snap thing. This is like another option to that. This one swivels. You can get dog snaps that swivel too, or don't, but that's kind of an option. But the problem I have with them is maybe they're not the best because they work like this. If this is the top loop or whatever, this is spring loaded like this, but sometimes maybe a belt, if you do hook it onto your belt loop, then belt loops aren't that fat, maybe not much fatter than this here, and if it's not a good quality strong snap, it could slide out being knocked around or something. So I didn't like that idea either. So the current system that I have is a little awkward. I have my flash drive on this separately from my keys. It can fit on my keys, but it was harder to get it into USB slots sometimes on keyboard computers, so I just had it separate. Anyways, so I made this as well. I wanted to try carrying it on the belt, and I had a snap like this, so I knew I could quickly put it on and then take it off fairly quickly. I found that putting it on is more, I guess just as challenging as taking it off. Sometimes it's a pain to get over the last little nick there with your thumbs in the way. So it's a little tricky for sure, but it it can go on easier just by pushing on it. Sometimes this will get tucked up underneath, and so I'll be trying to find it with my one hand and then look and, okay, there we go. So that's one downside. Another is that this is kind of flexible. It's not that flexible, but it works enough, I think. But the last one that I'm going to talk about here, this, I don't know how this would work. It's not secure. I found this on the beach, and I was like, oh, sweet. And I thought about keys. Would this work for keys? And I don't think it would. This could get knocked around and then your keys fall off, and maybe it would look cool as just like a keychain thing, but it wouldn't serve much purpose, I guess. And it would be tricky to put this on through the belt loop every morning or something. So this one's not practical. This one, on the other hand, these are both shackles. This is a brass shackle. I love brass, first off, but this is pretty quick to take on and off of the belt loop, because sometimes you can pull this and this will just come undone and slide right off. So you don't even need another hand to grab this and help move it out and pull it out from the belt loop. So just simply by pulling, maybe I can kind of demonstrate it. Say this is a belt loop. It works a little bit better with an actual belt loop, but I've been able to just slide this right off of a belt loop with just by pulling on this. And so one-handed, that is. So I like this. This was pretty quick to put on too. You simply just, put this end through, bring it up, and then by pulling and pushing it will just nicely clip on, and this is very secure. This can hold up to like, I want to say 500 or 800 pounds from here to here. Like the max load is 500, 800. That seems really impressive to me, because it's just a piece of brass and I feel like something would break. Anyways, a piece of string combines, like if you ignore this piece right here, piece of string would just go, and this is what I had, this system is what I had before this, so I wanted to make this and try that out, and I've done that for, I think, pretty much this whole school year, but now I'm thinking of going back to this, because I like this more, because it's, this you have to put on your belt, number one. This you just put on your belt loop. So if you put on your belt first, it's like you don't have to undo your belt, take it out through one or two belt loops to put this on, and then do your belt back up. This you can put on whenever you're getting dressed. If you have your belt on or not, you can just put it through your belt loop. That's kind of why I like this one better, as well as it's quicker to attach, just done, and to take off, it's pretty quick too. And this is string in between here, so it's very flexible and it can reach to multiple different distances of pockets, because I know some pants are widely different where they have the belt loop compared to the back pocket. So that's why I wanted string, because this, could work in any configuration pretty much. As well as standing next to the door, if I have this clipped to my belt loop, sometimes if I just stand next to the door, I can pull this out of my pocket, turn my hip, undo the door, and walk in, and I don't even have to take this off, saving me an extra little step. But other than that, it's not that much troublesome to undo this and put it back on. So this is my favorite way of carrying keys. Belt loop through here, this goes in the back pocket. This is flexible, I can spin it and unlock a door. I can, it works with every pairs of pants that I have. I don't need to put it through a belt first. I can just put it right through the belt loop, and it's quick to attach, quick to detach, very secure. It's permanently mounted to me, or, not permanently, but it's secured to me throughout the day, and I can quickly reach it and grab it. So I think this is the best system that I have found for myself. It depends on what you like or what you need for your own keys, but this way I found works really well for me. This is like 13 or 14 bucks at a West Marine shop. I think you can find them online, but I know this is exactly where West Marine shop is exactly where I got this. But yeah, just wanted to share with you how to carry keys, what are some options, and a little discussion, I guess. So yeah, thanks for watching.